a joker among jokers we have. I don't know. Let's not waste any time, gang. Let's get into this. To be dramatic, they have boxed it face down. Thank you, Joker, as I requested. I'm kidding. Ooh, got some of that leather and that curly birch. That's what I see. What do you guys see, gang? A slightly different sheath than the Nessmuck, which that's cool. I didn't know if they had like a universal sheath that they used for their 4-inch bushcrafters. Hint, hint, what might I have in here? Oh yeah, this is another J. Sabater design. This is the Joker Montañero S for the grind on it, the Scandi grind. It's made out of the same Sandvik steel that the Nessmucks are made out of, the 14C28N. Let's get a look at that handle, gang. Look at that. That is some beautiful curly birch. I've been hitting them up with a little bit of mineral oil because they're definitely dry and I don't want them to crack or anything. I don't know if that's a risk or not, but I do like to do preventative maintenance. Now this strikes me as one of the French trade knife patterns, like just the shape and profile of it. Just a beautiful knife. I really like this. I liked how it looked online, but you really don't ever know until you get one in your hand what you think of it. But I like this. It's an interesting design. I'm interested to get it outside. Let me take this cordage off like I usually do. I've been going pinky lanyards lately, and I think that's a real good, not that I couldn't tie a pinky lanyard out of this leather cordage here. I've just been saving it for other things. Let me grab my Nessmuck. Oh, I'm wearing it. Or no, that's for another video. Hold on. Here's the Nessmuck. The Nessmuck S has the pinky lanyard that I'm referring to. This here. And it's just a couple knots with this that I can get my pinky through. Like so. Now what this does is gives me a little bit of chopping power. So I can choke way back. Whereas if I didn't have this, I would risk just flinging my knife out of my hand. But this gives you extra length on your swing. And with the Nessmuck's front heavy design, it should give you a little extra chopping power, as with even this one that doesn't have the front weighted, or the hump on the front like the Nessmuck has. This is like basically the opposite of that. So the pinky lanyard on this would give you a little bit more use, because you could definitely use the extra momentum to chop with that. But these are not designed to chop. That's why we buy tools or have tools like the expat machete, or the Nomad, something bigger, or a small hatchet to do our chopping tasks. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on pinky lanyards and why I like to use them on my bushcrafting knives. All right, gang. Also, I had a question in the comments about what I was using on the prior video on the handle. This is what I'm using. It's just a like run-of-the-mill mineral oil that you can find at the drugstore, Walmart, any any store like that. It's lubricant or laxative. That way, my idea was when I lubricate my knives or whatever with it, it's non-toxic. If I cut food or prepare food or whatever with it and ingest it, I'm not ingesting gun oil or something like that. All I do is got some nitrile gloves, stick my finger down in there and get a generous portion of it on my finger, and then I rub it down one side, and then basically just work it in there, get it all the nooks and crannies that I can get it in. Yeah, baby. I know it sounds naughty, but I do that. Now you got a little bit on the blade or whatever. It's stainless, so you don't really need that. But like I said, the handles were a little bit dry. Plus, look at how much detail you get to see then on that fucking curly birch. But anyway, regardless, get mesmerized by the curly birch. But we got that. Set it here, let it soak that in. And I do the same with the sheath. I'll get another little bit on here and just try to make a couple passes here and there. And then I like to get my finger into the belt loop and inside the dangler there. And I like to unsnap it and try to make sure I get all the leather coated with the oil. And just let it soak in. And I get down in as far as I can get into the sheath. And just let that leather soak in the oil. And then I'll cap my mineral oil here. Like I said, it does not have to be that brand. It's just whatever mineral oil you can find. And I'm going to take a paper towel, wipe off the excess here, which there isn't much. It seems to have soaked it up pretty well. It gives it a nice little shine to it. And a little bit of mineral oil on the blade will not hurt anything. Like I said, it's non-toxic. Wipe the excess off. But it seems to soak it up pretty well. There you have it. That's how I have been treating these as I get them. All right, gang, let's get the tail of the tape before we get this beautiful... All right, let's get the tail of the tape here. The tip to handle measurement is 4.5. Sharpened portion looks to be about 4 1/8. No, 4, right between 4 1/4 and a 4 1/8. Handle itself is right at, looks like it's right at 4.5, with an overall length of just under 9 inches. It looks like 8 7/8. And that is the rundown on the Joker Montañero by Jay Sabater, who also designed the Nesmuck. Oh, yeah, there you can see his name on both of these. I really like his designs, and honestly, that the fact that I liked the Nesmuck so much and it performed so well had a lot to do with the purchase of the Montañero, because I was looking at the Montañero, but I was looking at I believe the Trampanero and the Campanero, and I was debating, and then I saw his name on this one, and I really liked the Nesmuck that he made. In fact, I bought 2 of them, so I may as well. I'm not sure. I'll try to release the videos so I'm not giving it away. But yeah, there's the Nesmuck by Jay Sabater, both in curly birch. Both, I know this will perform what I, the way I want it to. So I want to see how this performs. And obviously I have a sickness if I'm buying multiple Nesmucks. That's the knife life, yo. To sound like a complete douche. But yeah. I'm addicted to knives. My name's Look at the Trees. Nice to meet y'all. If you share my addiction or my passion with knives, you will love this channel. Also, as I said, that I thought was pretty cool, is they did a whole new sheath with this. It's a different sheath than the Nesmuck comes with. Like, it's subtle difference, but this one is more narrow, where this one has more of a blunt tip. This comes to more of a point. And I was not very impressed, but I was pretty impressed that they don't have just a basic, it's nothing against them if they did. Like a lot of companies do, just run a basic 4-inch leather pouch sheath, and they can put, because I'm willing to bet, let's check it, I'm willing to bet that this Montañero, well, there goes my sweet ass backdrop, yep, will fit in the Nesmuck. You stay there. Had it all set up. See what God did to me, man. All right, here we go. But yeah, see, they both fit in each other's sheath, so I thought that was very cool that they took the time and effort to make a sheath specifically for the Montañero and specifically for the Nesmuck. The out-of-the-box Sharpness Test. Let's see what we got here. This is slightly used out-of-the-box Sharpness Test. Oh yeah. It's very sharp. She's sharp. Do some cross grain batoning. Nice. What's up, gang? I am back in fresh from testing the Montañero. You can see the discolorations and the any wood shrapnel or anything like that, or fire steel discolorations. This is yellow pages. This is a piece of phone book paper to check our sharpness afterwards. A few little hang-ups. still pretty sharp. That is the Montañero.
All right, gang. We are back in from testing. The Montañero S performed wonderfully. I love the blade shape and style. Beautiful, beautiful curly birch handles are very, very, they're almost iridescent. It's very beautiful wood. And as beautiful as it is, it's tough. It's feels good in the hand to get that gorilla grip and just start, you know, carving wood off of really bear down on this thing and create some good shavings. If you're not really good at feather sticking, one way to do it is just make real thin shavings into a pile. Take your hat off or something dry, your shirt, your whatever. Put your shavings, shave it all into a pile. Keep that, and then do your use the 90-degree spine. All these knives have a very sharp 90-degree spine that you can process wood with. You know, like it'll make really fine shavings. So my overall judgment of this knife is it's pretty badass. Pretty awesome. I like, there's a lot I like about it and very little I dislike about it. The only thing I could see them doing to all their knives is on the handle, let's see right here, if they made a scallop. So whenever I'm holding it like this, my thumb could sink into that scallop. Like if there was just a little dip in right there on both sides to where you could pinch that. That's about the only thing I could see doing to it to improve it. And that wouldn't be a giant difference. I really like these knives. Joker knives have impressed the hell out of me. They are beautiful knives, beautiful quality. Like I said, this is the Jay Sabater design. He designs the Nessmucks as well. And yeah, just an all-around good working knife.